Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the end of year reading for November and December 2019. Saggy, we have for you in your recent past the Eight of Wands and the Fool card. Present energies, we have the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Wands. We have in your near future the Knight of Swords and the Star. And then we have the message from Tarot on the likely outcome of things keep going on the current path. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and I wanted a clarifier for this energy just to be sure, and the Three of Swords came out. So yeah, I mean, we do have a situation that's potentially coming to a completion here. Obviously, yes, Three of Swords, we have the Heartbreak card here. We have some, other indicators of what may be some sense of struggle here, Saggy. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. I'm not saying everybody is going to be going through this at the end of the year, but some of you will, and I'm just going to read the energy of the cards and see how that comes out. We also have a couple of oracle cards here, which we will reveal at the end. So, recent past here, we have the Fool and we have the Eight of Wands. Now, yeah, as many of you will know, that Fool card is a new beginning. It is that card that asks you to take that leap of faith and trust a new beginning. What I'm feeling in particular with this reading is potentially a hasty new beginning, or a new beginning that may not have been fully considered, or a new beginning that potentially hasn't unfolded the way that you had really hoped. And that's okay, because sometimes that happens. Now, I am seeing potentially a love situation here. It could be read for work as well. I mean, we have Ten of Cups here. Obviously, that's really big in the emotional realm. If you are really emotionally connected to work, or you're having an emotional situation playing out there, it could also relate to that realm as well. So with the Eight of Wands here, we have a new beginning. But the Eight of Wands can be that very swift energy. So maybe you jumped into something quite quickly, whether it was a business partnership or a romantic partnership, friendship, that kind of thing. Could have been somebody that you've met online with the Eight of Wands, because that can indicate communication online. Could have been someone in a different location that you've been traveling back and forth to see. And I feel like after a short period of time, you decide to give things a go with this person. You may have even moved in quickly. Some of you might have gone into a business partnership quickly, that kind of thing. Now, the Fool is an energy, often is a beautiful new beginning, but there is a sense of naivety about the Fool. And, the Fool is being asked to trust the path and trust the direction, even though he may not know where he's going to. However, the little dog in the card here is a strong indicator to make, calculated, instinctual decisions along the way to stay on the right path and to keep safe as you go. And, you can see here that the little dog is yapping at the Fool here because he's about to take that step off the cliff. So I feel that maybe this new beginning situation that potentially you haven't listened to all of your intuitions. For some of you, this may have gone a little bit off track. That's what I'm really feeling with this combination in this particular reading, Sagittarius. So in your current energies, we see the Ten of Cups and we see the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so Ten of Cups, it is a 10. It can be a completion in the, romantic, emotional realm, the realm of love. And here we have the Seven of Wands, which is our first indicator of struggle in the situation. So the Seven of Wands is somebody who's all of a sudden, perhaps, you were fancy free as you kind of walked into the situation, head held high, and maybe a little bit of ignorant bliss, maybe a little bit of naivety, or maybe just wanting to, to really trust this person that you were connecting with, really wanted to have that faith and hope that everything would work out. But not too far into the journey, we see you having to kind of snap into warrior mode, having to defend yourself. I mean, maybe this person was a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing and they haven't been consistent. Maybe what they showed you at the start was not who they really are. And all of a sudden you're like, oh gosh, well, I actually have to defend myself against this person. So, they could be somebody who is a little bit manipulative. Definitely seeing that could be the case with the types of energies that we have coming in later on. Maybe they're a little bit narcissistic. There can be your own inner demons with the Seven of Wands also, don't rule that out. But it's kind of that energy of you didn't see it coming, and then all of a sudden you've got all these wands coming at you, all these kind of like fiery challenges, and you're having to take action, and you're having to use your own energy to sort of beat them off, to defend yourself. And that is not the kind of situation that you want to be in your home realm. We want to be happy, we want to be relaxed, we want to be the true Ten of Cups energy. But here I'm feeling, with that Ten of Cups, already it's kind of that indicator of, maybe it's better to leave this one and not pursue it. It might be time to just quickly get out of it before you're in too deep. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm sorry it's not, more positive here, Saggy, but like I said, it's a general reading. It won't be for every one of you guys. It might just be for a few. And then in your near future, we have the Star and we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah. So look, I do see, that there's potentially been, hasty communication, arguments, cutting words with that Knight of Swords. And you may even have been dealing with an air sign person, so Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or somebody that just kind of possesses those qualities. So it could be somebody who, promised you that they would be there and they'd be solid and grounded, and you'd be building a bit of a life together. You'd be building a Ten of Cups reality. And then you get on this thing, and maybe this person has been a bit all over the place, been flighty, not being committed, has been changeable, has been argumentative. You felt like you needed to defend yourself against this person. Yeah, that is what I'm sensing here, Saggy, with this particular reading. But I feel that, you have decided that it's time to start healing from the situation. I think that Star card has come in to balance things a little bit for you, to give you that sense of, coming back into emotional calm. This could be the first indicator that you're stepping away from the situation and that you're no longer engaging in the argumentative energy. You've decided, well, I need to look after myself. I need to look after my own energy. I need to protect myself. I need to be in balance. I need to keep my feet on the ground. I need to be stable. And I think this is you retracting from that situation. And also, the divine is saying, hey, I haven't forgotten you. I am here to protect you as you go through the situation. So I think that's the indicator that you will be guided and protected as you go through the situation with somebody who might be a difficult person. The Star really talks about renewal, healing, rebalancing, taking care of your energy, before you sort of, make the decision of what you want to do about the situation. And then we have the advice from Tarot if things, carry on sort of on that current path, which I'm seeing is if you actually stay in the situation. So, yeah, the Three of Swords here was the clarifier, but initially these were the two cards that came out. So we have the Eight of Swords and we have the Nine of Swords. So we have, a progression into, an escalation rather than a progression here, an escalation of, I'm going to say negative energy because, the Eight of Swords is about somebody who's feeling trapped, right? They're feeling blinded by the situation. They're feeling bound. They're feeling stuck. It's almost like if you choose to stay in the situation, at the start you had free will, you were in your rebel heart, you were like, I'm going to give this a go. And then you got into it and you sort of felt instantly, oh, I'm just not too sure about this. I have to protect myself. It shouldn't be like this. It should be Ten of Cups. I don't want to complete something I've just started. Maybe it escalated in an argumentative situation. You thought, okay, I've got to retract and heal myself. But if you stay in that situation, what we're seeing here is somebody who is stuck before they know it, is actually maybe willingly trapped themselves in the situation by potentially moving in with someone, taking out a property lease with them, signing a business contract with them, that kind of energy. But, there's an element here with Eight of Swords of being free. There is a path out should you want to leave the situation. The sword has been removed, but you're staying in the situation potentially because you're feeling beaten down. Your self-esteem may have had taken a hit. You might have been gaslighted. You might have been manipulated. You might be dealing with a narcissist. And yeah, I really feel that sense of feeling like you can't move forward and feeling out of tune with your intuition too. I mean, this person's third eye and heart and stomach, or, you know, solar plexus is bound, so you can't access your own inner wisdom, your own intuition on how to get out of this situation. And then we have that escalation to the Nine of Swords, you know, somebody who is up in their head, overanalyzing, might be experiencing depression, anxiety, insomnia, feeling like it's all stacked up against them. You know, I'm sorry, Sagittarius, I'm just reading the energy of the cards, but we do see a progression, and a progression towards another ending, being the Ten of Swords, you know, and that's an ending that's quite painful, can be quite bitter, can be a betrayal, and it can really lead to that sense of, you know, fatigue, chronic fatigue, and that kind of thing. So my advice, and the advice from tarot here, is to really try and get out of this sooner rather than later, to save yourself the heartbreak, because this is, you know, deep hurts, pain, you know, wounds of the heart that take time to heal. And I think if we can heed the warnings that may be here, then we can avoid this Three of Swords reality. So this is what tarot says, you know, is the potential for the outcome of this situation. So there's the heartbreak card, and it's disappointing. Sometimes things don't go as we planned, but, you know, the key is really in the beginning to listen to our intuition, to really connect with ourselves on that level, and determine whether that's heading in the direction that we really want to. Okay, so I'm going to go to your oracle cards now. First of all, we'll do your light worker cards. We have Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Okay, I think this is a really appropriate card. I think some of you might need that protection network around you. You have divine protection. Maybe you need friends and family at this time. So I'm just going to find that one. Soul Family. What page is that? Page 80. Okay, it's time to call in your soul family and support team, people who get you at a soul level, people who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign they are close by, but in order for you to find them and recognize them when you do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. Yeah, so some of you may have had to dim your light in order to stay in the situation, which is obviously not sustainable long term. And this card is saying that, you know, in the future, the right people are going to come to you. But first of all, you need to increase your energy, get your vibration back to where it really should be. And we have a yogic path card for you. We have pranayama. So let's read that one out. So yeah, I think some of you just need to breathe. You need to increase your vibration again, get the energy back. So you have inhaled the beauty, joy, and magnificence of life, and exhaled the toxicity, stagnancy, and dullness. Now it is time to use the prana energy you have cultivated deeper towards your truth. With this control of the breath, you can control your life. So where would you like it to go? If you're seeking more rest, tranquility, luxury, breathe slower. If you're seeking more energy, speed, and rajas in your life, breathe faster. Through pranayama, or controlled breath, you can decide how you want to feel and when. Begin the study of various pranayama practices, such as alternate nostril breathing and the breath of fire, and use it in your life to magnetize your direction. Yeah, so that's a tip here, you know. Breath control, meditation, yoga, pranayama can really help you if you're going through a difficult time. And it's really about trying to increase your vibrational energy so that you can then attract in the new year the situations, people, and experiences that you truly deserve, Saggy. So I wish you all the best with this situation. Remember, it is a general reading, like I've said throughout. It won't be for every one of you. It could just be a specific message for some of you. Feel free to leave me a comment if you do feel like sharing, and I'll see you back here for more readings very soon.